Alright, we should hopefully be alive, and unless my cat starts meowing at me, we can head over and to the Christmas event. Alright, it looks like my cat is still meowing at me, so it looks like I'll be just a little bit longer, but since it is still the beginning of the stream. Alright. Yeah, no, I still haven't done any of the quests from this event either, or any of the ones from part 2. I did all the ones needed to unlock the area in the part 1, but I still have Bo, Ella, and Riley now to get done in this event. Hello! I think probably the first thing that we are going to do is go ahead and grab all their quests. See how many of them overlap. I know eventually, like, they'll all overlap with, like, bosses and stuff, but, actually, no, now that the tower has been changed, it's probably not worthwhile to do the tower for the ghosts yet. Hello. But yeah. Yeah, Riley got added in with part 3, which was, like, an hour ago updated, so that's pretty cool. More bringing old characters into the main part of the game. Retrieve store data from the cloud. There's apparently a cloud somewhere in the event that we'll need to go find. And we'll also go grab here Bo. I haven't done Bo yet. Probably should have done it when he came out, but I was being a little bit lazy and worrying about towers a little too much to care about it. But let's go grab this one. Also plan during this, probably after, or maybe when I get to a decent, like, stopping point, going and buying some of the stuff with, like, snowflakes and also some keys that I have collected over some time. I have enough for at least one 350 key chest, so I'll probably open the board one once at least, and then buy at least the mythical board from the shop currently. 1,000 snowflakes, that shouldn't be too difficult. I think Ella's in here somewhere. I guess while we're looking, we can still vacuum some stuff. How many bees? I have 40-ish, I think. I don't know. It's kind of hard to keep track once you get over 35. There it is. Pink Elf, or Ella, or whatever she wants to be called. Easter's invading during Christmas. Our old pal Fluff took the opportunity to come back. Oh no. Yeah, I've been doing the tower since Fluffy's been added quite a bit, but I haven't actually come and read through the lore for it. Now that I think about it, I probably should have left those ghosts until I finished up this, but yeah. Oh, you have 21? Yeah, when you're lower on bees, getting each new bee is really, it's somewhat difficult and really nice. Once you start getting bees, it's like, then it's like buying slots for honey, which becomes the difficult part. And it's weird once you start getting up there in Bee Swarm Sim, how much stuff changes. Yeah. We'll probably finish up this, see what the next quest is. It'll probably require us to go out of the Easter area, in which case we'll head over and grab or try to find the cloud on our way up to Riley. Just try to get as much mixed together as we can. Just love the smell of peppermint. Alright, so now we're looking for a cloud in the pink ring. Let's see. Someone said something about it being near here. I don't exactly see it. Oh, there it is. God. Cloud for Riley, and then there should be a pink ring up near Bo. We'll grab that one once we have enough snowflakes, so we'll go ahead and grab these as we're going to Riley. Oh, that's a lot of mini elves. There's a... How many snowflakes are we at? Let's see... Almost there. Probably should be using something like loot gum to help speed up those snowflakes, but... I think we get enough drops anyways. But yeah, this I feel like Riley is going to be pretty long with that 50 mini elves and 25 reindeer. I thought there it is. I was like, I thought the pink ring was in that room, but just was looking in the wrong corner. We'll head over now. Just hopefully continue this cycle of working on one quest while getting over to the other NPC. Hopefully, I haven't looked at the quest lines in advance, which probably would have helped to like route it all so it goes by smoother. I don't think it's going to be too big of a deal in the long run, since I should be able to still do them decently quick. Looks like we need some more snowflakes. Probably shouldn't be grabbing ghosts from here since we do need so much from the main street. We'll probably finish up Bo's questline while we're working through these elves. And also it looks like pink elves, so that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, I heard that the fourth one is for Riley is going to be like 4 towers, so that'll be interesting to see how long it takes to complete. If the fourth one's already ramped up that much, we'll see if it's like 7 quests by the end, or 7 towers by the end. Yeah, some of the quests in the Storm Simulator can be pretty difficult. I'm almost done with. I finished up Science Fair really recently. Purchase a hoverboard. That's easy and nice, since that corresponds pretty nicely with what we need to do. But yeah, and more recently than Science Fair, I also finished up the Panda Bears quest. So, and I'm really close now to finishing up Black Bears. So I'm almost done with all the beginning quest lines, and so all I really have to do after that is work through the Beesmith stuff, I think. I mean, I do have Spirit Bear, I guess, and on it still left, even once Beesmith goes away, but for now it's like mainly focusing on Beesmith, I think. Cats are great. Actually, right at the beginning of the stream, my cat decided she wanted out of my room, so I had to go let her out. She meowed at me for a while. Transforming the worship, a lot of influence. Alright, looks like we need to do more ghosts. Yeah, I don't think working on 3 quests at a time is very efficient. Although I still do remember all of them currently, but at some point I'll end up forgetting what quest I need to be working on, and like forgetting to grab all these ghosts in the main street, since these are quite important for finishing up Riley. Alright, we do need to go buy a board for Pink Elf, so we'll go ahead and buy the North Pole Island, which is a mythical board, actually. Shop not too expensive for me, but a lot of people consider it pretty expensive. Going to go ahead and make sure it is locked in my inventory. Don't want to accidentally delete it later. Even though it's not too valuable, it is still something that people will not want me to delete. So we'll go ahead and do that. Finish up all these ghosts here in Main Street, and then go back to Pink Elf for their next quest. Also, there's a 2 times or a boss rush event going on currently, so probably a good time for me to be grabbing Mr. Present as I work through these quests. Yeah, this event is going to take a lot of grinding. I don't think anyone actually is going to care to grind out, or not many people at least, are going to care to grind out the whole event. It does help that this event, compared to the Halloween one, does give you a bit more keys per your time spent. Not really enough to make it that much harder, but I don't think it's not too much different than the last event, especially if you only care about getting like one of the colored ones. But like, yeah, for completionists, it's going to be really annoying having all that stuff that you need to get. Fortunately, you can trade for most of what you need or stuff, but as a whole, it's not going to be very nice for completionists. Oh yeah, that 50 I think is actually the worst thing to have been added. Like adding the 350s with those 4, that's kind of cool. But that 50, it's double the price of the 25 and has the same rarities. So you just end up, if you do want to complete, that's probably the thing that's going to take you going to be the most annoying. At least with the 4, what am I doing? I know I'm doing something, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore. Let's see. Alright, we're back to being ghosts, I guess. Yeah, it's probably going to be the most annoying since you don't know how much you can do, and trading for them is going to be difficult too since people want to keep if they do get something rare from it. But yeah. Currently I'm playing in a private server. I was debating on going in a public one, but after seeing the quests from Riley, I think it's best that I do stay in a private server. Oh, from reading that, Blaze has cold feet basically just meant that Blaze was supposed to do it, but Riley had to come in his place, I'd guess. Not that Blaze is actually going to come to the event. Especially since they don't really have enough time for a second update, or a 4th update, sorry, to this event. It's likely not going to add any more content to it. Even with just having the last till 28th, it ends up being a 3 update cycle event, which, although nice and makes sense for having the increase in stuff to get, start stretching the amount of event length. Since this is, we haven't had any new content game-wise since the beginning of Halloween. So we've had Halloween's 2, Thanksgiving was 2, and this one is 3. So we've had 14 weeks with no update to the game itself, which is a third of a year? No, 4th of a year. About a 4th of a year has just been events recently. Oh, I spent all my keys because I thought the event was over. Yeah, they had a Twitter announcement and one on Discord saying that it would last till the 28th. So that's pretty nice. Oh, we need to purchase another hoverboard from the Christmas shop. We could go and buy another North Pole Island. It's probably not a good idea since we do need to still buy everything else, but it's an option. Do you guys have any thoughts on which of the boards I should buy from the shop for this one? I still do need to grab all these for a quest. I still need to go grab some frosted penguins too, so we'll go do that too. What do you get from Riley? I think there's a picture shown on the... let me check real quick. Yeah, there's a picture shown on the part 3. So if you look at like the thumbnail of Roblox, of Ghost Simulator and Roblox currently, I think they have the cool stuff. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't know how to do that, so we're... yeah, basically just look at the Look at the thumbnail in the Roblox, and you should be able to see what they kind of look like. Alright, there we go. We should be finished up with Bo, so we can head back up there and turn him in. Yeah, I think it's 2 godlies. You think I should buy the godly? It's a tiny rock. Oh yeah, that's actually, I thought it was a rock too the first time I saw it. It was kind of cool. But yeah, purple is the most important part about that. Like purple thunder. I'm sure once I get it, it'll be even cooler. But yeah, we're gonna go head over to Bo, see what next quest he is. Hopefully he's also buying a hoverboard from the shop, but probably not. It actually has both a pet and a board, so I think it's both. So yeah, it's kind of cool. When quests do have a pet and a board that has a set, that's usually cool. Usually pretty cool. Sometimes it's annoying when they are long quests, but it's usually pretty worthwhile. Oh, we needed rings. I was just kind of saw the ring as like, Wasn't even really paying attention that I needed to go through it, but still did. Did we get more boards too? I think we got more boards. Either that or we got more boards last update and I didn't notice. I haven't really been paying attention to anything about the new, but the tower since the last update, so haven't seen new stuff. Yeah, we'll head over back to Pink Elf. Grabbing as many rings as we see on the way. I don't know, I actually know. I do know where the green ring is. I've played this map enough that I now have most of the locations of stuff memorized. Can I just say that Igloo Express looks good? Compared to the Choo Choo last year, it was a shame. It's a rare. Yeah, it's sometimes the coolest looking things aren't even like good rarity. Yeah, I can go ahead and show the North Pole Island. I'm guessing it's going to look pretty basic. It's more of the fact that it's similar. It's an island theme that it got this rare, but yeah, sometimes the rarity of items are misleading to how they look. Anyways, we were equipping Spirit Fly since I was grinding the tower. We're doing rings. Ooh, we need 2 more reindeer. Go ahead and grab this. Yeah, for most people, I would say it's worth it to get it, but I also have like all of the game passes for getting snowflakes, so I get like way too many snowflakes. So I could buy like 5 of them if I really wanted to during this event and still be fine, but yeah. Yeah, at least it's not small. Yeah, size seems to scale pretty normally with the... Scale seems to be a pretty consistent thing among the rarities. Like, the more rare it is, the bigger it is. Go beat the tower once. Alright. Completing the tower once. I think we also had some other stuff. Let's see. What was Bo's? Bo's needing rings, so we'll go grab another ring. Yeah, it should be like right here, I think. If I can get the jetpack to... Yeah, with this lag, it's hard to get this jetpack to work at maximum efficiency. Oh, you gotta do it 3 times just straight after? Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh, we're turning in bows. We'll switch over and grab a basic loot gun, or not basic, a glitchy loot gun. Grab some ghosts as we're going over to Bow, since we do need like 250. It'll only take like 5 ghosts or so, but see, we'll probably end up finishing Bow and Pink Elf before we even move on to Riley, just because Riley's quests are so long. Yeah, it's interesting. Oh yeah, Bruce was out like last week for a shop. But yeah, it's a really, really interesting looking item. Like, at first I'm like, it's a shark. And then I realized it's a shark in the middle of winter, which was a summer-themed item with Easter bunny ears and a ton of Christmas stuff. And I realized how funny it was to have all of that random stuff on it. It's kind of cool. Yeah. But we'll should be nearing the amount of snowflakes, or probably have already passed the amount of snowflakes we needed for Pink Elf. So go turn that quest in. Probably grabbing as many ghosts along the way as we can, so we don't waste too much of this glitchy loot gum. Although at this point I have so much glitchy loot gum I can't really like use it all anyways. So it's not too big of a deal, but yeah. Might as well try to use it. Alright, there we go. Pink Elf. Back. Here's a reward. Ooh, 3 crate keys. Those are useful. At some point I do want to go unlock a void crate with those crate keys, so it's going to be helpful to have them. Find Fluffy's egg. I also wanted to go see what we have for this back for more. We still have tasks to do. Alright, we'll go ahead and go find Fluffy's egg. Yeah, I saw it over here. I think someone pointed out. It's a nice purple egg. I think that's actually a... Yeah, I think that's a model from a previous egg hunt from, like, Roblox. I can't say for sure since I haven't, like... I don't have them all, but even looking at our necklace, I can see a few that I remember. Like this Incognito or whatever. I have no idea. But it looks like previous egg hunts Roblox items. How can you get a lot of glitchy loot gum? I know to get gum in the main world, but I have no idea in the back door. Basically just grind in the last 4 areas of back door as good as you can. It helps if you have the double drops game pass, and without that it's really not worth it, to be honest. You get enough back to replenish you using glitchy loot gum without, if you have a good enough strategy and good enough pets to actually grind at a decent rate. But like, it isn't really worth it since you don't get as much extra back as if you did have like double loot. So it's probably better off just like trading for it. I don't think it's too expensive to trade for. I say that, but it really depends what you have to trade. But yeah, you can grind for it if you need to. I mean, it really depends how you see define better or worse. I personally prefer Halloween events in Ghost Simulator so far, but maybe that's just my past experience, and that being like the first event I really played in Ghost Simulator. But yeah. Yeah, okay. You should be able to just do any of the 4 areas, or as many of them as you can, really. What did we need for bow again? Oh, Skiern. Okay. So we don't need to really be doing ghosts over here. You know what? It's probably worth it to just go do a tower run to grab ghosts during the tower. I know it got nerfed, or not nerfed, but it got changed so that there isn't 2 ghost floors between each thing, so we will be getting less ghosts from it, but it should supply a decent amount of ghosts at least to help with quests. But yeah. Personally love the Atlantis event. Yeah, the Atlantis event was pretty... It was different with having the mini boss. It was a lot easier, I guess, to play, and weirder too at the same time. I don't know if it. I wouldn't say it was my favorite. I didn't really end up grinding much from it, but it was definitely the most distinct event we've ever had in Ghost Simulator. Riley quest is being hard. Yeah, I think Riley's quest is. People have said that the fourth one is doing the tower 3 times, and the third one is doing the tower once. So it's looking like it'll be a long one, especially since the first quest is like, I think, 90 ghosts. But yeah, we'll go ahead and work on the quest that we have now and through this tower. Probably won't finish up any of them now that I think about it, but at least we'll get some small progress and finish. And we do need to do a tower anyways for Riley, so it's not hard enough time-wise. I know a lot of people didn't like the Atlantis event, though. But I just really like the map. Yeah, the map was different, too. I like that it had load gravity, like, oh, did I miss a ghost somewhere? That's annoying. And now we're lagging, so it's going to take forever to find it. Yeah, I thought I'd grabbed all the ghosts. Apparently I missed one somewhere, so now we're going to have to go hoverboarding around until we find it. Yeah, no, I'm in a private server currently, so no one can actually join me. Even if I was in a public server, since I am not in main hub, people wouldn't be able to really join me off my profile anyways. But yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of ghosts, that first quest. It isn't actually that bad. I think it's like, that's like total of 6 cycles, which is like 6 minutes of waiting for ghosts to spawn, in all fairness. But it's more of just a lot. It's weird to see that many ghosts as the first quest, more than anything. Yeah, we should be able to make good progress now, as long as we don't forget any ghosts or miss cycles on the bosses. I've had a decent amount of practice with the towers, but I'll probably still end up making some mistake at some point. What's my favorite mega boss? I really like the... Yeah, I really like the original, like, Headless Hollows one. It maybe just be, like, with the dungeon and everything from the 2019 Halloween event. Maybe because that was my first event. But I liked how long and grindy that was. Which maybe just because that was my first event I played. But it was quite nice. I mean, honestly, it makes sense that they've made stuff easier. Like, Headless Hollows was a long, hard fight. But yeah. Yeah, no, Timber Scrooge is also a pretty good one. Has pretty unique attacks, and again, pretty old, which helps, like, people like nostalgia stuff too. Like, one of the ones that's currently in game, the final boss is cool with how long it is and different, so that'd probably be my next one. Although currently it is a bit broken, so it's not really too playable, but still probably one of my favorites because it is so unique. Updates happen in Ghost Simulator every 2 weeks. They used to have a 1-week update schedule, but it got moved to 2 when they start working on more projects. I don't know. Apparently update 100 though, so the next one, right after all the 14 back-to-back weeks of events, is going to be a big one for, like, lore-wise. So that's something to look forward to for anyone that's following Ghost Sim lore. Beyond that, that is in another 2 weeks, so we'll see how cool that is. But yeah, for now it's an event, not a bad update. If you care to grind. Events in games are either hit or miss. Either it's worth it to play the event, or it isn't, and so either a lot of people do or almost no one does. Yeah, update 100. 1.100.0 almost. Currently we're at 1.99.0, so one update from now. In other words, 2 weeks from today. Hello! I know I said out earlier that I was going to do Mr. President. I don't think I will end up doing it, just since it doesn't really make too much sense time-wise. Ow! That's the one problem with, like, I'm using this board since it doesn't get caught up as much on, like, the floor, but I'm also not really used to using wings as my hoverboard, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, the FPS drop is not fun. Single digits FPS. I'm usually used to this low of FPS, but it does get annoying during boss fights, especially when you need to shoot, since you can't quite shoot at the same rate or something. So that's kind of annoying. With 10 plus FPS is kind of where I'm fine with. My computer's not the best, but yeah, for some reason bosses in Ghost Simulator are a lot more laggy than I would have expected. It's kind of weird. Like now it's all the way already back up to like 60 FPS, but when I get into every boss it drops down to like below 10. It's kind of interesting, and I feel like it does need to get fixed at some point. Will we ever get a new world? I don't know. I mean, with how they have it laid out right now, Void is probably the maximum they can do, since you can't really have something after rebirthing, since players will just rebirth instead of moving on to that world. But who knows? It could be possible that they add like a rebirth special world for like second arc, that you have to do for like lore and stuff, and has something like it's constructing a whole new world that I would guess is not likely at this point in the game. Maybe a mini boss world like they have with the final boss, but a world with like actual ghosts and stuff is unlikely. Yeah, we've had those paw print currency for a while now. And I'm wondering when those will ever get added. That was added, I think that was leaked like 6, 7, 8 months ago now. And honestly, we haven't had any news of it since, so it'll be interesting to see what exactly that comes out to be. Like, people were speculating that it was a summer event, and didn't get any of that. Yeah, except that wouldn't make sense, like, game-wise to move an NPC like that. Rebirths are going to basically have to stay where they are, or people will complain about it getting harder. As I said, if anything, we're going to get an addition of a world with second arc, as like a boss. That'd be like the only way I could see them adding another world to Ghost Simulator. Yeah, the Void came out like over a year, at least a year ago. Yeah, the journal can be I usually forget that the journal even exists, to be honest. But yeah, journal can be weird to see stuff in it. All right, we'll go through the portal and gain our FPS back, hopefully, or not. You know, that works too, I guess. Yeah, I think the good days, in my opinion, was like when they were working on Ghost World. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of players end up leaving Ghost Simulator at some point during the game. I know a lot of players come back for like the Easter events recently, since those have been like Roblox collaborations. So doing Roblox stuff, a lot of people end up doing those and end up coming just for that. And if they have played in the past, they have like some stuff and they're like, ooh, maybe I should continue this game. And then they play for a little bit and end up either quitting again or falling away forever. It's just kind of how progression. It's kind of how this game's turned into. I mean, it is definitely dying in a sense. I wouldn't call it dying, since the game itself is still very fun to play. It's just not many people care about it too much anymore, so it's more of chilling down. But yeah, the game's only been out for almost 3 years now, so probably played during when the game first came out, when it was like super popular. But yeah. Yeah, every update you get a little bit of spike of players as people finish up the new content, or just take a small look at the game again and they end up leaving for a while. So in between updates, I'm guessing the player rates fall quite a bit. Like if I go take a look right now, 900 plus active players in Ghost Simulator currently. Yesterday, around the same time, it was probably around 200 to 300. No, I didn't actually play during the first. I didn't play until Ghost World came out, so after the first 2 events in Ghost Simulator. Like, I don't know, the best I can say is like when Overseer came into the shop, so like update like 18 or something, whenever they were adding like stuff to the Ghost World, I joined around then, like after Musical Meadows was a thing. So I'm not like super old, but I've been basically playing since then, so I'm decently old, I guess. But yeah. Usually they won't bring, with having the Easter events different, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting with having both since they were Roblox events, they spent time on like the maps, making the maps different and cool and everything, and fit in with like a theme. So it'll be interesting to see this year if they aren't part of the egg hunt or whatever, if they'll end up bringing back probably like portions of both the 2021 and 2020 Easter events, and how those will be merged together, if at all. Yeah, I know a lot of people do end up coming back during the Easter events, since they were Roblox integrated events. There we go. Complete the tower. Why is this called Snowflakes? I think this quest might be a mistake, since it is called Snowflakes. But who knows? Won't be too difficult to do in the meantime, but we still do have other quests to do that we'll probably do for that. 2 Frosted Ghosts, and also whatever we need for Pink Elf, so we'll go start working on those. Alright, there we go. Got bow. Yeah, this quest will take me about 45 minutes to do. Hopefully the rest of the quest is pretty tame, or I might have to cut the stream before I finish up the rest of it. We'll see. I think we need like 2 more chicks or something for Pink Elf. Oh, 7 more. We'll go turn bow then if we have that much time. Hello. Yeah, it's every time I see Meep, I'm like, ooh, last one, and then I realize no, Meep is second to last now. Having it there for like the last Meep be the last one for part of the Halloween event, and then the first part of this event really throws me off whenever I see it. Already used the code East Mist. It is a pretty overpowered code. I think that makes currently there's if you enter a code East Mist, if you're in their group on Roblox, you'll get some stuff. East Mist, and then also 2 years will give overpowered pets. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh, okay, now we need to go unbox a pet, so we'll go ahead and do that for Bo. Actually, no, we'll first go grab the stuff we need for Pink Elf, and then grab a pet on our way back to Bo. Splice takes a while to buy. Or no, Splice is pretty easy for people to get. But like Ghostly from the Ghost World is actually decent. Actually somewhat difficult. Not too hard. Most people can easily do it. I converted all my Ecto tokens earlier today. I used to have 4.5 quadrillion Ecto tokens. Converted them over, so now I have 500 million gems. But yeah, it's... As a whole, though, those items aren't really too rare now, since we do have Glitchy X Gum and Rebirth perks to help with that. So yeah, we're on to the last one of Pink Elf, which is defeating the Christmas Tower once. I'm going to assume Bo has at least one quest that has us defeat it too, so we'll go through the rest of that quest soon. Eventually, I do need to get myself another chilled Cleo, since that's a cool pet. But yeah, going back to Bo, and then we'll have to do the tower a few times. Ooh, a Christmas key. That's going to help. A small bit, at least. We do have 404 other Christmas keys, but I'm sure one will make a difference sometime. Yeah, the tower isn't too difficult. You can speed through it pretty easily. Generous payment in snowflakes. Voila, dear Bo. Alright, so we need to go vacuum some rare ghosts, it looks like, so no, not even rare ghosts. Yeah, this quest shouldn't take too long. Yeah, there should be basically all the mini elves we need already spawned. We'll probably be like one short, but yeah, that's pretty good for second to last quest for him. More than half the ghosts were reindeers. Yikes. Oh, Pink Elf is going to be annoying then. Yeah, that just sounds like very long for a quest. I mean, it makes sense with how long the event really is. Like, these quests will actually take a decent amount of time to complete. But yeah, it's... I mean, in the long run, like, 75 ghosts is only, what, like, I think I said 6 minutes? Yeah, 6 to 7 minutes of ghosts isn't too bad. Like, compared to towers, the ghosts are pretty quick. Hello. That was the end of the first year for Ghost Simulator. It was the anniversary event. So that would be around update 50-ish of Ghost Simulator it was added. Around there. It was probably slightly sooner, like update 48. But if you literally search anniversary fruit on the wiki, you should be able to find like an exact date for that. Hopefully this is a tower. Ooh, Christmas keys. Helping so much with my 400 that I already have. But yeah. Alright, yeah, as I was guessing, it was going to be a defeat the Christmas Star. So we'll go ahead and do that once. Come back, claim the rewards from Pink Elf and Ghost Hunter Bow, and then continue working through Riley, since Riley seems to be a long one. Yeah, those snow piles are kind of the coolest ghosts in my opinion. They're like the bane of my existence on the wiki, but they're cool. Since they are technically a ghost, but they aren't a ghost, it's hard to categorize them since they are one of a kind. So I think we just chuck them in with other ghosts. But still, it's kind of interesting when you have that kind of random stuff on to categorize them on the wiki. Yeah, I've been slacking on doing quests, so I had to go finish those up really quick. They're a lot quicker than Riley's, so that's at least fortunate, so I can squeeze them in pretty quickly. But yeah, that's probably a good idea. If you care, you can always rewatch streams, since it is on YouTube. Although I wouldn't recommend that. Rewatching streams is not worth your time in my opinion, but some people do it. So, but yeah, no, sleep is definitely better than watching YouTube. That's for sure. Oh yeah, there's no real difference. If you open it in different realm, it doesn't matter. Like, opening a main hub, backdoor, Ghost World, you always get those ecto tokens and the gems. And so it's worthless to old players and really only gave a really sizable buff to new players. Allowing them to basically buy the most expensive gear and progress through your game at a slightly decent rate. Although you can argue that pets from codes are even more broken than they are recently, so it's not a big deal in my opinion. Man, YouTube spam bots are bad this time. You would think that they wouldn't care about someone with this few subscribers, but I guess anyone they can scam or crash their computer or something, they'll try it. But yeah, stay safe on the internet, don't click links. Yeah, of course they move, they're ghosts. But yeah, it's, snow piles I think are my favorite ghosts in Ghost Simulator. I always forget about them when asked, so next time someone asks in like my next live stream, I'll probably forget. But when I started in this Christmas event, I remembered. Least favorite ghost is the bat from the Halloween event. So, because their hitbox is horrendous. Yeah, this is actually a much different time than usual for my streaming. I'm usually streaming earlier. Oh, we missed the cycle for Timber Scrooge because we got hit. Yeah, I'm usually streaming a lot earlier in the morning, so the people who can usually make it to my streams, probably it's a little later in the day for them and they can't now. But it's when I have time, so decided to do it right after the update. I was talking about this like earlier. Those spam bots are relentless, it seems like. Hello, Panini. Yeah, completing some quests in Ghost Simulator and also doing some tower runs. Eventually, as I said in the title of this video, I will be also getting a mythical. I already got the one from the Snowflake shop, but I'll go ahead and unbox one of the 350. Probably the board one, since boards are so much better than pets from events. Not only because you get a little bit more free storage for them, but also because they hold up better value and rarity wise as game progresses. Which may start inversing at some point in the nearest future, depending on how people, if people wisen up and start getting more boards instead of going for pets, but we'll see. I mean, it doesn't matter if we go through the thing or not. This 15-second timer starts at the same time and always takes the same amount of time. So just chilling whenever you finish up a floor is the same as going through the portal. It's kind of annoying that it takes so long, but it's better than the Halloween event, so can't complain too much. Can suggest make it better though. Alright, we'll need to go back there anyway, so we'll just leave that. I know I misclicked, so I lost one of those ghosts, but not too big of a deal. There we go. Yeah, if you get good at those floors, they go by like that. But yeah, getting good at Ghost Simulators takes a while to learn. It's not too useful either. But yeah, once we finish this one, Quest 6 is 5 times. Oh, we are definitely not making it through Riley in this stream then. That's over an hour worth of grinding for just Quest 6. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out something else for doing that. I mean, I have been doing towers on my own already, so I may just end up doing all the towers on my own for the quest, but it's probably something that I'll stream as much as I can today, probably until about 2 hours worth of streaming, I guess. But yeah, that's a lot of ghosts in time for those towers. That's what already 1 + 3 + 5. That's already 12 towers. 9. Wow, that took me way too long to do that math. 9 towers. That's a lot of quests. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about the towers. I'm going to end up doing them anyways. It's just whether or not I end up streaming them because they take so long. I feel like the Nutcracker boss is probably the easiest one in this tower. Like, you literally just stay on your hoverboard and he can't even hit you, even when he's walking straight on top of you, since he does mostly ground attacks. Scrooge is probably the most difficult, or at least the one I take the most damage from. Maybe because I'm just not paying attention during Scrooge, but usually is where I take the most damage. Meet Begin basically does no damage even if you're just sitting in the same spot the whole game. But Nutcracker can do some damage. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't played too much Beastform Simulator recently. I know I'm trying to do like progression on that videos, but we'll see how long that keeps up. I'm surprised I managed to make it this far with decently up-to-date videos. Could be like my Minecraft realm where I ended up fizzling out video-wise at around the third video. Yeah, for a realm it kind of makes sense. No one really watches that stuff anyways. And Minecraft really is more of my own personal enjoyment than actually doing stuff for YouTube. At some point I do want to go do a stream on that realm, since I want to do like defeating the Ender Dragon and raiding end cities as a stream, but probably won't, honestly. It's a lot of work to do that on a stream, and then not too many people show up, but yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of the content in Beeswarm Sim is interesting with the Beesmith. I have so much more that I need to do at some point. Like when it first came out, I'm like, 60 days. Wow, I have a long time to do all of this stuff that I need to in Beeswarm Simulator. And now I'm like, oh, 30 days left. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting through all of it. I probably will be able to finish up Snow Bear, I hope. And hopefully a few more of their Beesmith quests, but I'm not endgame on Beesmith, so I'm not making a whole lot of progress quickly. There's definitely people who are making better progress than me, at least. Worst part of it is the name of the quest is Back to the Grind. Oh, that's like horrible. And that's only quest 6. She has 15 quests. So following that like 1, 3, 5 of adding 2 each time, like every other quest, you could end up having to do like 15 tower runs by the end of that quest line. People will see, but that doesn't sound too fun. We'll get as much done as possible. I can't imagine though that we'll have enough time to get through the 5 towers. I'm about to speedrun this quest line. Yeah, server hopping is a decent option, since you do get credit for just being in there the last time. But still, no, I don't think it's getting nerfed. I don't think this quest is getting nerfed. I mean, I need to do the towers anyways, so it's not going to be too big of a deal for me to complete this quest line. And as someone said, you can actually server hopping complete this quest a bit quicker than you would think. But yeah, I don't think it's getting nerfed. Oh, FPS please. I like my double digits FPS back. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't think they're going to nerf the quest line. It's pretty good bet that they won't. Yeah. Yeah, I am kind of glad that I'm not having to worry too much about Beesmith in Beeswarm Simulator. I'm doing as much as I can, but like I know someone who's like trying to do it all from about the same point I'm at, and they're spending a whole lot of time playing Beeswarm Simulator, and I cannot imagine myself doing that. Yeah, Riley is long, but once we do finish up Fluffy now, we should be able to go turn in Bow and Pink Elf, which will make grinding Riley a little bit easier-ish. We don't have to worry about the other 2 quest lines, is what I mean, but it's hard to really say that. But yeah. It takes about 15 minutes per tower, so yeah, we might be here a while. As I said before, I don't think I'll end up doing all of her quests on stream, unless of course it really eases off after that, doing the tower 5 times, which I don't think it will. How do we miss? That's the 2nd cycle we missed. That's annoying. Missing cycles on bosses is like the worst. Yeah, even as is, we still have to do 2 more once we finish up this one. Ooh. Looking at the rewards, though, for the bow, and it's the first time I've actually looked at the rewards for bow and pink elf, and it looks kind of cool. I actually like that set icon for pink elves. They're pink and cute. Although bows is another story. I don't think 5 snowflakes is super helpful. But I guess bow will be bow and give us what it... This is the worst with, like, Fluffy. Like, I feel like all the attacks in, like, Ghost Simulator have been, like, standardized to take a standard amount of time, despite some of them, like, animation-wise taking, like, a little bit longer. So they end up, like, doing the attacks for, like, so much longer than... Some of their attacks just chain back to back to back, while others, they have, like, a 10-second wait time after doing the attack. It's kind of weird. Let's see, but yeah, now that we've finished that up, we'll wait for the final like tick for it, since it does take a little bit of time after you finish the tower to get the ding, and then we'll go turn in Bo, grab his deer bow or bow deer or whatever it's called. Oh, there's certainly a quest somewhere. The thing is, like, with their, like, collect, they're all the ones that require you to, like, get gems or stuff like that, they usually have you, like, it's, like, phrased differently. Like, collect. If they tell you to, like, collect a certain amount of items, like, collect snowflakes, you have to collect that many into your inventory from items, but they aren't actually removed from your inventory. And in some cases, they actually ask you to obtain a certain amount of items, at which point it is removed. And usually when they do gems or other currencies like that, it's usually the collect, so you don't actually lose the items when you turn in the quest. Yeah, we're at version 1.9.99, so we are almost up to the 1.100 update, which is going to be kind of cool. Oh, what I mean is the quest reward is it takes away a gem from you. I don't know how useful or if anyone would care about that. Like, I mean, it's kind of a cool concept, but I don't think anyone would particularly care for that or care that it happened. So it doesn't really seem worth it, in my opinion, at least. Alright, so now we need to go lock some stuff while we wait for this next tower to start, I guess. Alright, I give up. We're searching. Bow. Dear bow. I did go ahead and trade a lot of my items over to my alt, so I'm probably... I have all the other bows, I just don't have them in my inventory here. In case anyone was wondering. And blush. And the other blush. There we go. Yeah, cool pink concepts. Let's just equip it really quick and see. Yeah, pink cloud with like butterfly wings. Not bad. I guess I'm going to resort to server hopping. Yeah, server hopping is probably the best way to do the quest. although I do still have ghosts to do, so I'll probably just stay in my private server for it. Since I don't like competing with other people for ghosts. Bye. Yeah, 50 key chests are going to be probably the most annoying stuff to collect later on in Ghost Simulator, just since no one's really going for them. And the people who do, usually only getting enough for their own personal use. Nice! Yeah, getting items you really want first try or eventually is the best feeling, especially when they are like that 12 or 8% rarity in those 25 or 50 crate keys. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and switch our back over to whatever we had before, which was probably Kata. I had a full team of purple stuff. Unfortunately, Snowflake no longer fits in my pet team because there's so much purple content now. Yeah, nice job. I'm pretty sure Peppermint Rover, or if that is the godly board from that crate, is probably going to be one of the rarest items from this event. Just because it got added like mid-update and no one's really going to be opening for it specifically, whereas there's going to be a ton of people going for like 1 or 2 or 20 of those 350 mythicals, which is going to be a pretty big imbalance, but like value-wise, the 350 mythical is still going to be worth more. It's kind of surprising how math works out sometimes with rarity and stuff. Rarity doesn't completely determine value, despite me usually calculating a bit more on rarity than most people, but yeah. Oh, I thought it was godly? I'm still happy though. Yeah, even the legendary board is still somewhat rare to get occasionally. I mean, it's usually, I think, the most common thing to get, but yeah. Why would they put a legendary on the cover? It looks better than the godly, probably. Usually they just like kind of display whatever they think's most representative of the event. But yeah. Goodbye. Yeah, I know a lot of people aren't used to me streaming this late, so aren't going to be able to last the usual length. But it's right after the update and I have time now to stream, so I figured it'd be a decent one to stream. Yeah, I can't say without like knowing what exactly it is, but as I said, I'm assuming the godly from the 50 key chest is probably going to be one of the rarest items from this event, which is kind of funny, but nice. I found a server with 13 minutes left. Now you just gotta hope that people got past the first boss on that floor, since I know sometimes a single new player tries starting a tower, or tries starting a tower by themselves, and they can't even get like past the first floor in the 30 minutes that they have. It's kind of sad, but it does happen. So I have a question. Why can you trade non-event quest reward hoverboards? Because it doesn't really make a sense to not have them tradable, I guess. Yeah, getting that floor server hopping is going to be nice. I'm usually going to do all the tower floors myself, since I like keys, and I'm going to need to get the keys anyways, so might as well do full towers for the quests. But yeah, it's probably for people just going for the quest. Those server hopping strats are probably going to be the best. Honestly though, it's like really it doesn't make sense to have hoverboards not tradable that are obtained from quests, if you understand how that works. But yeah, no, it's Yeah, because pillars, yeah, well, I mean, if you want to get rid of them or give something to a friend who hasn't completed the quest, especially if, like, the quest not many people do complete, like, let's say Luna or Blaze, people don't really complete those quests, so if someone wants to, like, collect those hoverboards, more power to them, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter, to be honest, either way, is kind of the reason why it is tradable. Like, if it doesn't matter, things should be tradable in a tradable game. Only time that something shouldn't be tradable is if it would, like, break the game with it being tradable, like code pets or stuff like that. Yeah, having those single ones before rebirths, like, if you had, like, an unstable or musical, that's the only one you're really getting per that account. And so it's actually decently rare, since all the grinders, between all the grinders, you only get one. Whereas, like, even with, like, Cosmic Wing, one grinder could go and get, like, 30 Cosmic Wings, and I think people have, at this point, have gotten 30 Cosmic Wings just by themselves at this point. But yeah. Yeah, because you could only get them once, then it was kind of nice to have multiple of them, but as I said, it really doesn't matter either way. So having them tradable isn't hurting. But yeah, this is halfway through the second floor, or second tower, so now we need to do about 12 more floors before we finish up this quest. And then we move on to one that's the 750 ghosts. Then we have to do 5 floors, or towers. Blah, blah. But yeah. Probably though, while we're waiting for those 700 or 75, did I say 750 before? While we're waiting for those 75 ghosts from the thing, we'll go ahead and open a 350 crate. Just to break up the monotony, and I need to at some point, so might as well do it now. Yeah, no, like, literally, this game isn't really this game has progressed so much that there's so much that doesn't make sense in it anymore. Like, if you look at the game right when it came out and look at it now, there's, like, no comparison that works, like, at all. Oop. 400 ping, and now we're back down to a reasonable amount of FPS. Yeah, looking at, like, Ghost Hunter Liz, it's kind of funny how broken the game is. And then you look at their counterpart, Ghost Hunter Cheese, or whatever her name is, in the back door, which you actually have to get up to the 19th Atenna level before you can actually complete her quest, which is just silly at this point, since by that time the code pets that you enter are better. So you, like, yeah, the game as a whole is kind of broken in, like, progression aspects. But honestly, at this point, it's more of a lore. Like, even the developers admit it's more of a lore role-playing game than it is a simulator progression-wise. Alright, there we go. Oh wait, no, we still have Fluffy left. Yeah, this wait time between floors is interesting. Not too bad. Definitely like that it got nerfed. But yeah, we'll just continue dredging through these floors. We still need to do a whole nother tower after we finish up this one, so that'll be interesting. Honestly, what would you guys like to see? Would you guys want this stream to last like another hour and a half, something, and me get through at least the next 5 tower quest of Riley, or would you guys just like me to end it off with like opening a few of the stuff for like snowflakes and keys? Alright, I missed the cycle for Fluffy, but hopefully it's worth it for that poll that I sent out. Hopefully the poll sent out. Oh, there it is. Basically, I'm wanting to know is, should I do the all five? Wow, okay, that was not a very helpful question, was that? Let me go see if I can change it really quick. Basically, answer yes if you want me to do as many of the next 5 towers as I can once I get to that quest. And no to I should end it early. I realized that asking should I do this or this and then ask you guys yes or no, which does not work like translation wise. Let's go see if I can edit it. I can't, so hopefully you guys understand. But yeah, I think it's phrased good enough. We're going to assume that people understand and that the yeses are for trying to complete the 5 tower quest. Now the one annoying thing about this is that unlike Final, when the Final does this jump, you can't overcharge Fluffy during its jump up. So you have to kind of just chill for a little bit while it's invulnerable. Also, like, half the attacks are broken like that, so that's not very fun either. Yeah, I agreed. There are some weird gums. Like, I'd say over half the gums you get from, like, gum machines are useless. It just kind of how it is. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously some, like, the wacky gums, like having the remnant gums, the Dancy gums, those are, like, fine since they aren't really, like, supposed to be good. But, like, some of the stuff, like, Zoom gum or, like, half the gums are basically worthless in the quantities you get them in. Like, you go look through, like, someone like mine's inventory and you're like, oh yeah, I'm never going to use 4,000 glitchy vac gum. Or like 4,302's glitchy zoom gum. So they're basically worthless. They are worthless, and like even like mystery gum. Wow, okay. 4 FPS. It's not fun. I don't know if it's my computer or it's probably my computer more than anything, since I am trying to stream and do Roblox. But like Ghost Simulator does still have those random lag spikes, even when I'm not like doing anything. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know if you get a move even like on foot though too much when you're lagging either, so can't say that's really too useful anyways, but alright, we'll overcharge. There we go. And I guess we'll just chill here. Yeah, you do have a point. I mean, like, literally the best you can do is unequip your turbocharger, and then nitro's somewhat useful. But yeah, you do have a point that there are some gums that are just useless. Like even looking at like gem gum is useless too. So is I think the other rare gum. No, actually no, bunny gum's fine. But yeah, gem gum's useless. Everything but glitchy luck gum is also useless for most people. It's not too bad, at least some people can use it, but like for me it's useless. Since there's no way I'm going to ever use it. Or no way I should use it at least. But yeah. Yeah, at some point I do need to test the multiplier for basic Rift Gum. I traded for one recently and I still haven't added, like, done the calculations to figure out how good it is. But yeah. Now, like, 4 times or something, yeah, they do need a small buff, but, like, honestly, if you buff them too much, it ends up being, like, taking over the spot for Glitchy Rift Gum. Which I don't think is really too much of a problem since Glitchy Rift Gum's still like 150 multiplier. But yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not the best. Alright, let's see, where's Portal? There it is. I mean, as I said, it doesn't matter if we go through it early, since we still have to wait for this in progress thing to switch over to the 15 seconds, and then wait those 15 seconds, which takes a little too long in my opinion, but it is what it is. Yeah, agreed. I don't think Ghost dropped enough gems, like, at all. Like, although half the problem is, like, gems are just not worth much anymore. I don't know how to explain this, but like opening crates, pet crates, isn't like at all even worth doing in Ghost Simulator anymore, since the pets you get for like any players is just not worth the time investment. Like even going for Cosmic Wing anymore, it's hard to get these. It's hard enough to convert. It's too hard to convert the gems, or it takes too long to convert the gems to unbox the Cosmic Wing. It's just too many steps to be worth it. Yeah, I don't know. There's literally nowhere that it's worthwhile to use Gem Gum. Like, at all. You would think that spam bots would be removed by YouTube by now, but Apparently not. At least now I have two monitors, so I can actually, you know, see chat and pay attention to Roblox at the same time. Yeah, you can use it in the void, but it's gem drops are so low there anyways, it's not worth it. Unless you're like super no stats, not even entered codes yet. But at that point you have other problems, I guess, and you won't even be able to really use the gems to get good pets anyways. So like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just not worth it, like, anywhere. Oh, it doesn't even speed up the quests in Void. Like, the Void quests, you don't even... Or at least for me, I've never had to, like, vacuum, like... You vacuum 2 ghosts. Anyone vacuums 2 ghosts and they complete those gem quests. 2 ghosts... Doesn't take any time whatsoever compared to 1 ghost. Yeah, just in general, it's useless. Don't get me started though on how useless boosted gum is, since that is also almost completely useless. Currently, during the Christmas event, there's at least a use for one of the boosted event gums. Boosted event gum actually has a decent use. It's not too helpful, but it's at least usable. Other than this, all of these boosted gums are just worthless. So, yeah, so much gum is just useless. It's not the best. Ooh, 3 FPS. Two FPS. Yeah, the devs already know that they need a buff. I don't know why they haven't been buffed, since I would think that would be a pretty easy change of the numbers. So, honestly expected soon, hopefully. It's either soon or never. And seeing how soon for a while now has been... Seeing how it didn't happen like within like the first 2 updates since the gums were released, I don't think event gum will be ever, or boosted gum will be ever buffed, despite the devs knowing that it is a kind of a problem. It is kind of annoying that they're basically useless. I mean, but honestly, it doesn't hurt too much, I guess. Just don't buy them. Yeah. I was excited when I saw the gums, since it was a really cool way that if endgame players, like grinders, could use them and to speed up their progress like a tiny %, they would, but nope, not going to happen. It is technically worth it to buy the buy and grind with the boosted gum more than it is to just buy straight keys. Like for 250-ish or 256 keys from the tower, assuming 4 runs of the tower with double boss drops. That takes 800 Robux worth of gum to get 256 additional keys, plus however much you get from the normal towers. Comparing that to 800 Robux to like the 1360 that costs to buy the 250 keys normally, you have like a 50% increase in the amount of keys per Robux. It's significant, but not very useful. all things considered. But at least it is usable currently. But like this is the only time it's ever any of the boosted gums have ever been usable is during an event that lasts 6 weeks out of the whole year. So they do need some buffs. Yeah. There's just honestly the devs have a lot going on right now. Royal, the main coder, is going through school. Who isn't at this point? The other devs have lives. They're probably working on a separate game. There's a lot of stuff going on that they've been working on. People have rebirthed in like 3 hours and 40 minutes, I think, is the fastest rebirth time that's been posted, which is quick. Like that's super quick. If by beat Ghost Simulator you mean something other than rebirth time, then I don't know. But like 3 hours and 40 minutes for a rebirth, though, that's what I would consider beating Ghost Simulator is your rebirth time. That's not good. I missed a ghost somewhere. Oh, nope, never mind. I just somehow managed to nick it with my overcharge ability over there. Find skips. I don't think that's like possible and with how Ghost Simulator is structured. Since like literally half the quests you don't do anyways, and the certain ones that you do, they're like literally required to get into the void. So, yeah. Yeah, all the quests you do, you need to do to get into the void. Currently, so not really any way that you can trim that time down. I mean, currently, since it is an event rush, I guess you could do something like you could do Yoko a little bit faster currently, save some time there, but other than that, that's whoa. Fluffy's weird. I always forget that its hitbox is nearer to it falls down in a weird way, so you actually have to stand like at its base rather than where his body is to vacuum it, so I wasn't paying attention and lost that cycle. Yeah, except you can't skip Blaze. Like, it's impossible to skip Blaze. Even if you do manage, I think people manage to get into the void early. You can't do anything in there if you don't have access to, like, Blaze, I think is what they said, but yeah. My least favorite attack, rolling eggs, because I can't do anything during it. Alright. Yeah, I think once we finished up this, we are moving into the 75 Ghosts next quest for Riley, so while working on that quest, I'll go ahead and use some of the Christmas keys that I've acquired over time. I think I have like 400 some. Yeah, almost 450. Go ahead and buy a 350 key chest, see if we can get the purple board. If not, we'll try to trade for the purple board eventually, just by myself. Can't do it right now since there's no one else to really trade with. But yeah. All right, we're on a roll. Let's keep it moving. If only your quest wasn't so difficult, maybe that'd be funny. Oh, that's an interesting piece of lore. That the NPCs remember being deleted. That's kind of scary. We'll grab this cocoa, clear on all these ghosts really quick, and then go back and unlock a 350 crate. Hopefully we get the purple one, since that would mean that we don't actually have to unbox or have to worry about trading, since that's really the only thing I want. Let's see. Mythical board, 100%. Wait, that's the 250. Mythical pet, mythical board. So we'll go ahead and open this one. And we got the blue one. Vixen. Let's see. How does that look? I mean, it is cool. I prefer purple, but yeah. It's a nice cloudy thing. Honestly, I prefer the white one, the 250 one, over any of these, like, over the blue one, but I do want the purple one. I should be able to trade this Vixen for a purple deer at some point, so it's not too big of a deal, but yeah. Interesting that there is no lean. Usually with hoverboards, like right now, or there is a lean. There's a small lean. Usually, like, let's go equip something else. North Pole Island, I guess. Like, when you turn, there's a lean factor. You can't really see that on these boards, which is kind of interesting. Alright, we still need to be vacuuming ghosts. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, I don't know. But it's interesting to note how, like, devs are, like, actually hurt from that, occasion. That they have, like, memories of being deleted and stuff. It's kind of scary to think about. Alright, we should probably now equip loot gum. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it? Since we don't need to really worry about vacuuming these ghosts as fast as possible now that they're all just going to respawn slowly anyways. Alright. Once I finish up this set of ghosts, I'll respawn here, hopefully soon. Alright, we'll just go hop over for present until all the ghosts respawn. And once they do, go grab them again and hop back here for another present cycle. For that theory to work, I mean, no, since the devs got destroyed, they brought the NPCs back, so, honestly, it's not really too much, like, speculation on how that all works, but my guess would be, like, if there is an explanation like that, that is just the devs had just put them in, like, a, like, non-access, like a folder or something that just wasn't part of the world in Ghost Simulator, or something like that, where they just moved them so they weren't in part of the game anymore, but still kept all the files for them, since, like, deleting stuff in a game is, yikes. You would just want to move that to somewhere where it can't be found, since that way you can get it back if you ever need to later. Alright, looks like ghosts have respawned over here, so we'll go ahead and grab them back. Hopefully with an overcharge first, so that we can make them a little bit easier to vacuum up. Oop, or lag a lot. And we'll go back to Mr. Present now. Yeah, put them in the recycle bin. Yeah, that's probably effectively what happened. You put something in the recycling bin and then realize, oh, I actually still need that, and take it back out. Alright, I guess I'll end this poll now. It looks like we just got a 6th vote for it. And 2/3 of you guys want me to try to continue through the 5 tower quests, so we'll try ahead and do that. I think we have just under 150 keys left, I think. I'll take a quick look. 98. 98 Christmas keys, so just under 100. So we need to get about 250 more if we want to unbox another 350. I'm not sure if I want to. Maybe I want to get a purple pet, since there are 2 purple things this event. Usually I don't go for any of the mythical pets, but I might make an exception for this time at least. But yeah, still to be determined, I guess. We'll vacuum up these quick, and then we'll have to wait for them to respawn again. And while we're doing that, we might as well go over here and grab some other ghosts to grab some snowflakes. I mean, don't really need snowflakes, but might as well, I guess. Now that we are waiting a while, I probably should go ahead and open some stuff too, now that I think about it. Or at least go buy all the boards from the shop, so we'll go ahead and do that. We've already bought the 2 most expensive ones, so all we have left is going to be Holidays Eve, Royalty Ride, Twisted Tree. Looks kind of cool. Whoa, Broken Ornament. And then the last 2. Yeah, I'm sure some people will get it. But like, honestly, that'd be so hard to do. I don't think anyone's actually... People will try for it, but there are rare pets in that journal. Most of the limited store stuff is going to be probably the longest holdouts for most people, but like even like mini hollows is hard to find. The other random stuff from Halloween 2019, basically impossible to find all that stuff in a easy manner. You have all the classifieds here that, I mean, do count for you can trade for them, but like still going to be really hard to trade for or find. First 2 events too, you have all those commons, uncommons, legendaries, godlies there. Although 2019 Halloween is also probably going to be your longest holdout for getting stuff. Yeah, limited store stuff is also going to be a pain, but I don't think they'll ever add a badge like that. And if they do, there's going to be like 5 or 6 people with it, I would guess. Like instantly 5 or 6 people with it. Or maybe not instantly, but relatively quickly. Since the people that have all the rare items already are going to be the ones that are most easily going to be able to trade for them. And there's like 5 or 6 people that probably have that would have the desire to do that. Anyways, we're moving on to the next one. This is apparently a 5 towers in a row, so not necessarily in a row, but that's going to be what we have to go to. Complete the tower 5 times. I do have to do this anyways, since I do want to get some more stuff from this event, but still, it's going to take it some time. Honestly, probably once I finish up this tower, I should go ahead and switch over to public servers. Alright, let's go delete this from when I accidentally clicked there while moving or enter it, I guess. We're in a public server, private server, but accidentally clicking chat while trying to move forward or to the side or something, it's kind of interesting. No, not necessarily. There are people out there that have collected like 6 of each limited store item, which is insane. So there are people with enough value to easily trade for all the items. It just takes a little bit of time finding all of them. And as I said, those Halloween 2019 items are not common to find. Alright. I miss so many ghosts misclicks. Alright, I'm gonna hope that there's no more ghosts that way and continue on this way. But knowing my luck, they're all going to be that way. And I wasted an overcharge. Alright. Like, even myself, I am missing quite a bit of random items, but, like, you can see, like, I'm not really too much of a trader, but yet still I have a decent portion of stuff from, like, the beginning. So other people are going to have a lot more than that, too, so. You can see how it is going to be possible for people to have it all on there and already. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea at all. Like, capping stats for just your first rebirth, that doesn't make any sense, to be honest. Like, where would it get capped at, and moving that cap as people move on? Like, the cap for, like, backdoor would have to be different than main hub, and it just turns into a big deal. Literally, with games, it's just leave the progression at the beginning broken as you continue to progress through the game, so that people can get through there faster, is usually the idea. So, I'm fine with how it is currently. No, like, allowing people to have a broken first progression is, to be honest, pretty normal in games as they continue to update. Just because it allows developers to focus more on endgame, since people can get there quicker without needing to really care about what people are doing at the beginning. Alright, let me take a quick look what time it is. I think it's probably around 4:47. It's not bad. Should be able to finish up this tower before 6 o'clock my time. I'm Pacific Standard. Hello. Yeah, hello, just an average fan person. You're a fan? Yeah. Thank you. It is actually really interesting to see people that like my content. I know I produce decent content, but having people be like excited to meet me or wanting to say that they're a fan is interesting. Should be all the ghosts, I think. So, yeah, perfect. Alright, the more I use this blue ghost, the more it really fits with the theme of, like, the ice and stuff. It also has no hitbox, which is great, since if you are using, like, a board with a hitbox, every once in a while it'll get stuck under the ground. Oh, did they actually change the animation for this board? I thought they never really changed the animation for the board, but this one's definitely different than the normal hoverboard. You're like straddling and actually riding the deer. That's pretty cool. Ghost Hunter Riley 15 is probably like 25 towers or something stupid. It probably is, all things considered. Seeing how I'm not even halfway through and I'm already up to 5 per. Yeah, I could see something crazy that way. But it's worth it since those are purple thundercloud pets that are items that you get for completing. Love my 1-digit FPS. Honestly, though, I do need to do the towers anyways, so it's just more motivation to actually do them. Like, I didn't do enough tower grinding during the Halloween event, so I was planning on getting both the mythical boards, but I ended up not even getting like all the items from the cheaper crates either. So at least with this quest, I'll be able to make decent progress this event for completing it. No regrets though on that event pass. I've never bought an event pass before this update, but with this update adding the 4 bosses per tower, it just became so worth it for me to buy it. So, yeah. Honestly, most of the simulators are just kind of trying to steal some of the hype that came around simulators when like the first few were created. Wait, does it actually have a decent? It does have a decent collision. This board may be a decent substitute for like Santa's sleigh for glitching out of places. Let's see. Probably not too good, since Santa's sleigh is so much more rectangular. Missing ghosts. But yeah. It may be big enough to do some glitches with. Like, honestly though, the vast majority of stuff are going to be pretty bad, since that is how things work. Like, the more time you put into something, the less people will put enough time in. It's easier to create games that you need less time to create, quite obviously, so more people will put in less effort into them. So you end up getting a lot of easy, cheap games that are like fairly bad, and very few actually good ones. Yeah, I remember playing Bee Swarm Simulator, like, some early days of it. Maybe just for, like, some of the events that it participated in, like the egg hunts. But, like, yeah, it's the last update for it was changed a lot, and I'm pretty sure if I'd been following, I would have been know, like, updates and how much they've really changed the time. But, yeah, like, right now, you can see how, like, the leveling system's definitely changed, since sometimes when you go ahead and level, or when you're leveling up things, it'll display like the wrong amount of number. Like, instead of it, like, it's currently you need 100,000 levels, and it displays 200,000 in the text, which is weird. But yeah, when Ghost Simulator first came out, it was literally just the main hub. No class divided until the first update of it. It's really cool to see how Ghost Simulator's progressed. But yeah, it's looking at games progress, like even Minecraft. Looking at the progression of Minecraft, even though I haven't really played until like recently, it's really cool to see how it's progressed. Like, started out, whoa, one person, oh, I'm going to build some cool game. And then now all of a sudden it's owned by like Microsoft and tons of cool content like yearly. It's kind of nice to see. Yeah, and then the sewer boss was also added later, I've heard. I didn't join until after all that stuff was done. I think like middle of Ghost World's progression was when I joined in. But yeah, it's looking at the histories of stuff and how things changed was really interesting. Oh, interesting. I didn't really pay attention. All I know is that at some point sewer boss was added. But yeah. I didn't start playing Go Simulator until like later updates, as I said, so I don't really know what was all going on in that like first few updates. Yeah, the first few updates of Ghost Simulator are going to be like, it was like a 4 weeks where it was just 1.00, and then they started doing that one update a week schedule, since it was a giant flood right at the beginning, and then chill for a while, and then continue adding that regular stuff. What do you mean by vague? Oh, I'm doing bow right now. Yeah. So many bows that it's really hard to keep track of which one someone talks about. It's like referring to like Riley or Pink Elf. There's like 5 pink elves in the game now. Had the original mention of it in the first Christmas event, which came out in the Easter event. And then it came back for that Christmas event, and now it's in the game as Ella for just itself. It came back during the next Metaverse event, and now it's in this event. So that's like five times that Pink Elf or Ella has been in the game. It's like saying you're doing a bear's quest on Bee Swarm Simulator. Oh, yeah, I don't really remember Atlanta's event too much. I didn't play too much during it, so don't really remember it. Yeah, Roblox. I don't think they quite understand how their game really works. Like at all, which I can't really blame them. Most game makers don't understand how their games work, but like they don't realize how much I guess they don't realize how much time it takes to structure events like that. And I mean, you think they do, but who knows? I'm not really following too much of the Roblox events. I was caring a little bit about egg hunts until they decided, oh, no longer doing egg hunts. which is fine, I guess, but I kind of stopped worrying about it then. But oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know how UGC will work with that. I'm pretty sure that if that is actually organized, Roblox is going to have to, like, at least help them somewhat with it, so that quests can be made to give UGC. Since I think currently, like, quest giving UGC isn't really something that game developers can just do. That'd be interesting to see how that works. I would guess not. I usually stuff like that's tied to the quest, or tied to the badge, not like really the in-game stuff. And so it's usually like a Roblox side thing, where Roblox has to like check if some player gets a badge, and then if it is something certain, they also give the hat. But who knows? I'm not really a Roblox developer, or so I don't really have too much of a knowledge on that kind of thing. Right, there we go. Is there a tilt to this board, or is there not? Still trying to figure it out. Don't think there is. Yeah, I think... Well, 2018, it was all like one game, basically, so the people making it had complete control. Whereas like that 2019 and 2020 are, yeah, they're both incorporated other games into them, I'm pretty sure. I haven't really been following all the egg hunts, and the ones I have played, I can't really remember the difference between them. But yeah, I think for 2018 it was like it was literally one dev team, like all working on it. So all that stuff's going to be very meticulously done and able to be changed pretty easily, whereas when you have other games working on it, it becomes kind of a mess. Yeah, when you start involving more than like one dev team, things turn into a mess. It's kind of why you have to be good with like, you have to like know your dev team when you are working like developers. I'd assume. I don't really do team stuff anyways, so can't say for certain, but once you start involving multiple people, things can get messy quick. Yeah, I started doing egg hunts-ish in 2018. I somewhat did the egg hunt. Not really. And I wish I did more, but it was a lot of time. It's a lot of time to do this stuff, and I didn't quite understand half of what was going on anyways, so yeah, like even though I've been playing since like 2013, I didn't really understand what egg hunts were in the first part, so I have like random eggs from when they were like popular games that I played for a little bit and just stumbled across like one or two eggs. And then as I've like gotten older, I've figured out how they actually work. Yeah, I'm in a private server. I usually prefer a private server since they allow me to have my own ghosts. And since I am going for keys, it's not too much slower to just use a private server. You would think that spam bots would at some point realize that it isn't worth it. But apparently must be, especially since for some reason YouTube can't get them. You'd think YouTube would have a better algorithm for finding those bots at this point, but apparently not. Yeah, don't trust links on the internet, people. They aren't safe. I have a video on it that has some tips if you want to go view it. If you don't have a very good computer and end up lagging a lot, I can see how you have trouble. But like even without like any perks, you can fairly easily do the tower. It does take a while longer if you don't have any perks, but you can still do it. Yeah, it isn't a link, it's like half a link. With the hope that someone will be like, ooh, I wonder what this does, and types it all out in their address bar and goes to it. And then gets their computer hacked and loses all their data. So, yeah. This is the problem with the internet. It becomes way too easy to do stupid stuff like spam bots and stuff like that. Not that it was too difficult before to do illegal stuff, but you know. Alright. I'll probably be able to get through at least 2 towers, I think. 2 more towers. I don't think I'll be able... Whoa, what's going on? Must have right-clicked something on accident. Oh, no, not really. I mean, I could, but they're so random, it's not really worth it. If I was honestly, the best thing I could do is, like, promote someone active and, like, have, like, moderators in the chat at some point. With my growth, I might do that soon. So that there's, like, always, like, a moderator or something, no matter, like, when I stream, to deal with it so I don't have to. But like honestly, bots grow so fast that it isn't worth like banning a certain word that will affect everyone to delete like 1 out of every 5 messages that a bot sends. That they change their method in like for them to change their method in like 2 weeks. So you guys are smart enough to not do anything stupid, I hope. It's easy enough to avoid that kind of stuff if you're just smart. Yeah, data's weird. I don't know how people manage to use like data to play like games or stuff. Like I tried playing games on data like one time on my phone and I'm like, oh wow, that's not fun. Yeah, except I can't block gibberish. That's not really a possibility using Google's thing. And it's literally just three letters at a time that they're sending. So, and And I think I've seen at least 4 different variations of it now, so that's not really, eventually someone will end up saying that and it just gets blocked and it just gets annoying. And like, as I said before, they will change their methods super quickly, so yeah. I'm not big enough to need to worry too much about it either. Anyways, this is the last, no, never mind, this is me, not Fluff. I forgot they added Fluffy. I know someone was saying that in chat earlier, that they are on to Meep and thought that was the end, and then remember that they have Fluffy now, which is a good thing, since it does mean that we get more keys per time spent in the tower, but it is also annoying since I'm so used to having Meep as the last one, since the last 3 events, or 2 events, the last 4 weeks have basically been before this update was just Meep as the end, but yeah. At some point I do need to try figuring out to trade this Vixen for a purple, I think it's a Fred, which is a really interesting name for a reindeer, which I think is cool that they're having a non-Christmas related items in a Christmas event. Really, bots? We're just talking about you, and I thought you guys would leave me alone for a while. Well, I guess while we're lagging, we can go ahead and delete it. That's not fun. When the overcharge can sometimes visually go off without actually going off, and vice versa. Or usually it's vice versa, and then you're like, it looks like you do an overcharge, it looks like you do an overcharge, but it doesn't actually do it. So that's kind of interesting to see. Oh yeah, that's. I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but yeah, games can be down for a while because of like Roblox just doing a weird update. Like I know, like for Ghost Simulator at least, it broke like how their rounding system's working for chests. Oh, I'm not going to add subscriber only chat. They wouldn't be able to bypass that, but I don't think that's really something that's worth it on my channel. At some point I'm working on another Ghost Simulator video. I'm actually writing a script for it, so we'll see how that goes. I rarely write scripts for any of my videos, and when I do, I usually never get around to actually recording them. I think I've probably like 2 or 3 or 4 scripts now written that never really made it into a video. I usually just end up making my videos on the fly, and it works out decently. But yeah, we'll see how that video comes when I ever finally get around to recording and editing it. I understand the appeal of that kind of thing, but honestly, I've played enough Skyblock on Minecraft at this point that I've kind of just stopped. Usually when I get into a game, I play it for way too long and then get burnt out and stop playing it for like a long time again. And it's, yeah, I'm not very healthy in my game playing styles. I usually end up grinding too much and then either burning out or playing that much on another game and not having enough time to like consistently play like one thing. I'm less consistent, more like meta, like grind as hard as possible to get as much as possible, out of a game as quick as possible. It's probably not too healthy, but I like it. Works pretty well. Having the shop down for that long, I mean, you just store up stuff and then people can buy it afterwards, since the people trying to buy don't have that same problem. So they're going to try to buy as quick as possible once shops get back up. Oh. Alright, this will probably be the last tower I end up doing this stream. We'll see about streaming at some point, maybe tomorrow, for another little bit to finish up the rest of the quests. Hopefully by then, Wiki's got updated with the quests, although I can't imagine that the people updating the Wiki are going to actually make it through these quests. So I'm going to have to hope that the community has been working together with the grinders doing the quests and the Wiki updaters actually retrieving the quest info to update the Wiki. Since I'm not doing it, so someone else will hopefully be doing it. If not, I'll add as much information as I can from this stream. But yeah, imagine sleeping. Yeah, sleep schedules have been ruined from games. I'm not too bad sleep schedule-wise, mostly since I don't do much else. But yeah, sleep is a lot more important than gaming or watching YouTube, and sometimes I end up playing too much video games to mess up my sleep schedule, and that's not good. So, yeah. I think that we'll probably, during this stream, once I finish up this tower, go ahead and unbox as many of or get as much as the one key crate stuff as possible. Just because it's cheap. Maybe move on to the 5 stuff so I can get a pretty accurate representation of what I need for the later stuff. Since they're going to be the easiest to do and be pretty something cheap that I can do to add some content to the stream. So in 15 or so minutes when we are done with this tower, we'll go ahead and do that quickly-ish. I don't know. Unlocking chests does take a little bit of time, so won't be that quick. Yeah, getting through the towers, it's a lot about just, like, you know, being able to go through the ghosts quickly. Having 5 stream really helps with that, but, like, you can make do with 1. Like, a big thing is also, like, using, like, vacuum gum, too. But, as I said, not necessary for, like, soloing it, but really helpful. Anyways, now we're done with Scrooge. Scrooge is usually the boss I take the most damage with, so nice to see that we still have a decently low amount of corruption. Can you use Robux to skip these quests? Great question. Probably. We'll go check, though. Yes, you can use a Robux to skip the task. Unfortunately, I don't have enough Robux. Nor would I spend it on skipping a task. Skipping a task is way too expensive to be worth it. Yeah, honestly, though, most people actually, there are a few people that I could think of that would spend that Robux on Ghost Simulator. Not many, but there are definitely some. Yeah, one of the things with me getting like trying to get all this stuff from an event at this point is because there is no longer like developer PNGs made. They used to with like old models. You can see like when you load stuff. Some things like load a lot quicker than others. Like if you see like Arachna loads, not Arachna, Snowflake like loads instantly when you scroll to it, whereas something like Snazzy Pegasus takes a while to load. They used to like make PNGs of each of the items. And use those for the in-game pictures, but recently they switched over to like a viewport system, so they don't actually have PNGs of the items. So people on the wiki usually have to make, or for the wiki, people have to make them themselves. And usually I'm the one that has to end up doing that, or usually I'm the one that does that. So it's not too difficult, but it does require me to have the items. So need to collect some of them, and collecting items is kind of fun. It's starting to get annoying with Easter taking over every single event. Yeah. First event was kind of funny. Now it's kind of getting annoying. I still think it's funny how they've been making Easter like everywhere. I'm hoping that they if they do end up doing another event in this game, that's an if. I'm not confident that they will have enough time to actually make another event in this game. That they will like figure out something new, and I'm guessing they will. They are quite creative. But yeah. Yeah, I don't think we'll be getting a Valentine's update. We haven't ever gotten a Valentine's event in the past, so I doubt we'll get one this year. Especially since we've already had 14 weeks straight of events. I don't think that we'll be having another event till midsummer-ish, if we ever do. I'm honestly betting on no more events in Ghost Simulator, since honestly they have a lot of other stuff in the pipe works that I'm hoping gets released like early summer. And so Ghost Simulator starts to become a little less worked on, but we'll see. Time will definitely tell. Alright, 4 more floors, and then we can go ahead and spend some of these keys that I have collected, and hopefully get everything from the 1 in 5 key chest. Hopefully. Those chances aren't high, since there is stuff in both those chests that's like a 5%. Which, you're like, oh, that only takes like 20 or so chests to get. But with how chances work, it usually takes a little bit more to have a decent chance at getting them, and it's kind of a pain for like 5%. Like 5 to 20% chances are the annoying ones in my opinion. Like any rarer than that, it's like, oh, it's lucky for me to get that, so you don't expect it from any one crate, or like even like so many crates in a row. But like 5 to 20, it's like, ooh, I should get this like easily, and then it ends up taking like double or quadruple the amount of crates you think it should. And so yeah. Alright, there they are. Oh, no, they're definitely going to finish up the second arc. I just don't know if they'll do another event. So the second arc will probably take like 3-4 updates maximum to finish up, with usually one intermix between, so that's like 8 updates maximum from the end of this event. So that's 16 weeks, 4 months. That's August-ish. No, not August. April, January, February, March, April, May-ish. Okay, there we go. End of May-ish that we'd get the end of second arc at that rate, which isn't bad. That's decent amount. My hope is that like some of the earlier updates, like the one in 2 weeks is going to be some update that fixes like 5 big things, like fixing Ectobit Tycoon that's been broken since they added Rebirth, fixing final boss fights since that's super bad right now for players. Those are too big of the bug ones. but also adding some way to convert better, since currently converting for grinders, I took an hour today to auto-click convert all 4.6 quadrillion ecto tokens I had, but there are people that have 400 quadrillion ecto tokens plus that need to convert them. So getting a fix for that could be really helpful. General lag fixes in Ghost Simulator would be nice. Not 100% needed, but yeah, there's a lot of quality of life changes that we could see in Ghost Simulator soon that I would love to. I never can remember like all of them off the top of my head, but there's some. There's always something that I'm forgetting. Like there's like a list of 10 like that current players keep cycling that need to be fixed that haven't been changed in a while, and I always end up forgetting like all of them when I need to remember, when I need to like talk about them. But yeah. Yes, if for at least for free to plays, yes. Unfortunately, it is broken. And yeah, it is the best for gem conversions for free to play players. So yeah, it's kind of annoying that it is broken, especially since it's the thing that most people will end up grinding for, like items and all of the others in like ectoplasm. It's what people grind for those. So having it broken is really annoying in that respect, but it's tolerable-ish, since even if you could get that, the converters are still broken anyways, so it's not too big of a deal since converters are broken, so it being broken isn't hurting too much. Yeah, I don't know how two brokens make something alright, but it is at least something to think about. But yeah, you're definitely right. It is almost definitely the best for gem convert, rate-wise. I'm trying to see exactly what you mean by do ghosts do harm. I'm assuming that's a question of some sort. Ghosts do give you like a little bit of corruption for getting hit with their orbs. Not enough to really make a difference if you're only getting hit every once in a while, but who knows? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. Open source, doubtful. Mostly because I couldn't see anyone actually like using that. Like you see open source of games, like no one really knows how to get the open source of stuff. Like I'm sure there's someone smarter than me, developer, like a developer in Roblox, that would like to. But like honestly, Roblox games usually try not to make their stuff open source since it's their own code and they like it, but maybe, probably not. There's a lot of other open source games, or a decent amount of other open source games, and that you... Yeah, it's not really too big of a deal anyways. Like if it was made open source, I don't think anyone would care, so I don't think it will. I hate this attack. Can't even overcharge and destroy it like you can with Final Boss. Alright. All I need to do is to do one more attack that doesn't bring you onto the map, and we should be good to finish up this tower run. And now that we're done with this, we'll go ahead and go use some of the keys that I have. It'll be 140 exactly once I finish up this boss. I already used 350 getting the mythical board that I'm using right now. So that's cool. But yeah, we'll go ahead and hopefully get everything from this 1 and 5 crate key. Probably alternate between them. hopefully we can see the stuff coming out of the box. Ooh, we got another purple. That's our third purple. I got one for actually making the concept of the game. And then the one was the first item I got from this event. So yeah. We got an invisible surprise. That's kind of funny. Surprise pet. Ooh, Stargazer. I remember seeing someone equip that board and thought it was looking pretty cool. I think that's a rare, so that's... Nope, still a common. Okay. Not too big of a deal. Hopefully not another one that we just got. Ooh, triple snow. Looks cool. Jackalope. Is that the third common pet I saw from there? Or was there the first one I got not a common? Try and do some brief math. So there's a rare in there. Ooh, Krampus. That's the one of the rare ones from there. That's nice to see already. It's annoying not being able to see them coming out of the chests. Alright, so we need to get the legendary from here, I think, and also the legendary board from there. And, like, a lot of random stuff from there, so we'll just keep opening, I guess. It would help if I could, like, actually see stuff coming out. I've got, like, commons, like, back to back to back on here so far. At least the cozy purples show up every once in a while to cheer me up. I think we have close to a team of those now. Ooh, there's the board. So now we have everything from that crate. That's good to see. Now we can just focus our attention on this one. Noobsicle. Alright, I think we need both the rares at least, and I think also an uncommon board from here. I think that's the board. It's at least a pet, so that's nice to see. I think I still need, though, both the rares. It was something new, at least. I feel like I'm always getting the same uncommons. Ooh, there's the rare, but that board I think looks really cool. I know some people took some time designing it, so we'll take a quick look at it. It's like a present wrapped crossbow. I would not be surprised if we got a badge for getting all creepy cats. I would be surprised, especially since there's also pugs, purples, that have been around for longer that have that same collector's value. So I doubt they'll add something for... Ooh, we got Mr. Jingles. That's the rare. I think we have everything now. We might be missing the uncommon board. We'll take a quick gander. I'll lock at least one of those. We'll lock that too. I just realized I won't really remember the difference between something that came from the shop and something I got from that crate. I guess we could probably go look at the journal. I think would work pretty well. So we'll go take a gander at the journal, see if we're missing anything. We'll lock one of those. Pets, boards. I know I've got everything pet-wise from this one crate. But we'll take a look at so 2021. We are missing the uncommon. So we'll open a few more. We started with 140 Christmas keys. We've almost used 70 Christmas keys on just these crates. And there we go. We got the uncommon. So that was a lot quicker than I was expecting. I don't know what you're meaning by stored data. We'll go ahead and lock all the stuff that we've got from this event so far, including all the commons and uncommons that we've bought. And I think that'll be it for the stream once I lock everything. If you guys have anything that you want me to equip really quick so you can see how it looks, let me know in the chat while I'm going through and locking stuff. We'll go ahead and select all in the math trash so we can see where exactly we need to lock stuff. It makes it a lot easier to have them outlined in red than looking for the lock symbol at the bottom. I think we have like 2 more godlies to go lock. So there's one, and there's the other. I think that's it for boards. I still need to go through our pets though. Oh, where the Sordidid is, there's a cloud over bottom of the ski slopes, right over here that you need to go get. It's a little bit hard to find since it is slightly transparent, but yeah, it's not too difficult. To get to, at least. Alright, we have a lot more cozy purples now that we can lock. We got 4 of those. Had one from before and then got another one for actually making the concept for it. And then got 2 more from that unboxing-ish episode, so that's nice to see. I don't think I have any godly pets yet. We have Krampus, which is cool looking. So we'll lock that. We have 1 more rare in here that we need to lock. I think Mr. Jangles, it's the name, which means it should be before P alphabetically. G H K M M. Mr. Jangles. There we go. We have a lot of these Santa Dog chunks, which is kind of scary. Should lock one of these, lock one of these, lock one of these, lock one of these. One of these at least. Let's see, lock one of those, and lock that. I think that's everything I've got from this event so far. This cool thing. And oh, it's triple snow. I almost forgot about this one. This would not been something good to miss. And I think with that though, that will be the end of this stream. At some point I will end up going through and probably streaming the rest of these Riley's quests. I'll take a look at and see how long they are. May end up just doing some of them solo. We'll see on the wiki once that information gets out. But thank you guys for joining, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next few days with a video. So, bye!